Hello, I'm Ramen Explosion, and welcome to my Predator Hunting Grounds Fireteam tutorial where you will learn to become an effective member of the Fireteam. Let's get started. The first thing that I will be going over is do not ignore the Predator. The only objective the Predator has is to eliminate the Fireteam. Every encounter with the Predator is a fight for survival, and for every Fireteam member killed is another advantage for the Predator. When the encounter happens, every member should be on the same page and focus all of your efforts to fighting off the Predator. Your goal is to damage the Predator enough to trigger Second Wind, which will give you some breathing room. If a team member does go down, just continue your attack. Worry about bringing up your team after the threat is gone. Otherwise, you will get baited into an easy kill. Just remember that when you are picking up a team member, you are completely defenseless. The next thing I will cover is spotting the Predator. It is important to spot the Predator and do so often. This allows for the entire team to know exactly where the Predator is for a brief moment, which is a huge advantage. First, you need to know that the Predator will only become completely invisible while cloaked and standing still. This allows the Predator to ambush the Fireteam with ranged weapons and toss out traps, sensors, and decoys without revealing its position. When the Predator is completely invisible, you must deal damage in order to spot it. Even then, this will give a partial reveal and not show the outline of the Predator. To spot the Predator, all you have to do is put your crosshair over the Predator and ping. If you are using a controller, then it is up on your D-pad, or an easier way is just to aim down sight and push in the right thumbstick. And for PC players, it is the E key. To make spotting more effective, both the Recon class ability and the Tracker perk extend the spot duration of the Predator. Having at least one member running Recon and or Tracker will make your fight for survival easier. Alright, it's time to talk about mud. To mud up, look on the ground for the icon and hold your interaction button. Mudding up is your best counter to the Predator's ability to track you. It's not 100% effective, but it's all you have to work with. Mudding up counters the Predator's thermal vision by reducing your heat signature for a couple minutes. This also prevents the Predator from pinging you with its target isolation. Mudding up also helps when you have triggered the motion sensor. The motion sensor will reveal your exact location for a short period of time, so you'll want to mud up to get rid of the tag. For better effectiveness, the Recon class ability extends the duration of mud up. The perk Pig in Shit allows you to mud up faster and stay mudded up longer. Using these will help out if you are trying to avoid the Predator. Next, I'll be covering the Knife Parry. The parry allows you to block a Predator's melee attack and leave him vulnerable for a brief second. This is incredibly useful as it is a perfect opportunity for the Fireteam to deal a good amount of damage. If you happen to be separated from your team for any reason, the parry can help stall the Predator until your team is in position to back you up. In order to parry successfully, there are two conditions that must be met: positioning and timing. First, you have to be facing the Predator, and second, you want to time your melee attacks around the same time the Predator will attack you. The easiest way I have found to parry is to equip the knife and use the secondary attack. This secondary attack has a longer animation which gives you more room for error if you are not the best at timing. To equip your knife, just hold down the melee button and it will remain out after the swing. Remember that parrying costs stamina, and both you and the Predator will still receive damage during the parry. To maximize the effectiveness of parrying, I recommend using the perks Heavy Hitter to increase your melee damage, OWLF Trained to take less damage, and Yaocha's Bane for even more damage to the Predator. Let's move on to sticking together as the fire team. As obvious as this may be, sticking close together with your fire team members provides plenty of benefits. Not only will you be able to complete objectives faster, but also cover each other's weaknesses and easily defend against the predator. By sticking close and working together, you can all focus fire on the predator and defeat it within seconds. This makes it extremely difficult for any predator to engage you, and why having a full fire team up is crucial. Another great benefit of sticking together is countering the net gun. When you get netted by the predator, you are completely vulnerable until you are able to free yourself. If you are sticking together, your teammates can defend and also free you from the net instantly by cutting it with their knife. Sticking together gives you the best chance at survival, so don't split off unless you are communicating with your team. Always remember that for every fire team member lost is an advantage to the predator. Now that I have covered the basic information that will make you a more effective fire team member, it's time you learned what the veterans do. Punish the predator for making risky attacks, maneuvers, and mistakes. Don't let the predator get away with wailing at your team member when you're next to them. If the predator runs straight at you to hit you, let it be known that it is a huge mistake and you are offended. And if the predator even thinks that it can be sneaky and heal when you're within hearing range, take its mask away. Even eating pigs is punishable by death. Now let's talk about turning the tables. When the predator is in second wind, it's actually time the prey becomes the hunter.
I'ma chase him.
In second wind, the predator has two options: run away and heal, or give up and self-destruct. Most predators will try and run away, but during this time, it is most vulnerable. When giving chase, there won't be a blood trail, but try to keep behind the predator. If you lose sight of the predator, then listen for the sound of the syringe or pain roar to home in on its location. Even if the predator gets away, it won't be able to use second wind for a few minutes and will be less likely to engage. When the predator is downed, every veteran player knows what comes next, the self-destruct. When it activates, you have a short window to finish off the predator and defuse the bomb. The faster you can kill the predator, the more time you will have to defuse. This also depends on how close you are and if you can reach the predator's body. When possible, you should always attempt to defuse the self-destruct. Even if you don't get the defuse, it is valuable practice. Start the defuse by looking at the predator's dead body and find the defuse icon. Hold down the interaction button and you will see a window with a symbol on top and bottom. The symbols you see are randomized and will be random every time you start to defuse, and it gets reset by making a mistake. To successfully defuse, you have to match the top symbol with the bottom symbol. Cycle through the top symbols by using up and down on the D-pad for controller and the W and S keys for keyboard. Once you find the correct symbol, lock it in by pressing the fire button. That's right trigger for controller and left click on the mouse for PC players. After you lock in all four symbols, the self-destruct will be defused. At this time, the AI will attempt to sabotage the body. Eliminate the wave of enemies attempting to destroy the body and you will have successfully secured the predator.
This is the OWLF. We have authority over this incident and are assuming command. Your orders are to secure the body until our agents can retrieve it. Cooperation will be rewarded.
The last and final thing I'll talk about is reinforcing the team. Once per match, and only after a fire team member is killed, you will be able to spawn your team members back into the game with full health, ammo, and gear. This is the only way the fire team can return to full combat strength.
We've got soldiers down. Requesting reinforcement.
When the mission is available, get to the radio and hold the interaction button. Now, just stay within range of the radio for 15 to 20 seconds and your dead team members will spawn in. This is one of the hardest things to do, as the predator will know exactly where you are once you start the process. Alright, this concludes my Fireteam tutorial. If this video helped you out, give me a like and share this video with anyone else who may need it. Leave a comment about anything I missed so other people can learn even more. Lastly, if you think I did a good job and want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to my channel to help me out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the jungle.